Hello, my name is Karen Riddick and I am the Pathways Growth Coach for Dumfries and Galloway. In this session I am looking at 10 essentials of competitor research. Now, as business owners, we love to know what everybody else is up to, but we want to avoid doom scrolling and assuming that everybody else is doing better than we are. Instead, we are going to look at how to approach competitor research in a more meaningful and organised fashion. In other words, we want to gain benefit from our research instead of depressing ourselves with it. Essential number one is to understand why competitor research matters. Well, obviously it's part of your wider market research, but a competitor focus can also help you to learn lessons and avoid mistakes that others are making. Pick up new ideas for growth, and this isn't about copying other people's ideas, it's about looking at things which generate new thought processes for your own business. Light bulb moments about a new product design, a useful service, or a new sales channel which you haven't previously considered. You can benchmark your performance, understand how well or poorly you are performing compared to other people in your industry. It's always good to stay updated on market trends and technology as well, because things change quickly. Perhaps you'll spot the emergence of niche areas which are a perfect fit for you. And finally, no matter how small your business is, there is always something unique about it, so find it and promote it. Essential number two is to know who your competitors are. Now, in simple terms, they are any business that your customers might buy from instead of you. Now, that's probably a big field, but there are three categories that you can usefully consider. The easiest ones to spot are the direct competitors, the businesses who sell similar products to a similar audience, often using the same approach or selling models. Indirect competitors are a bit more abstract. These are the businesses which meet your customers' needs but with a different product type. Also worth looking out for aspirational competitors. They are not current rivals, but they might be in the future, and so they're also worth watching. There will undoubtedly be a lot of companies that fall into all of these categories, but in practical research terms, the competitors that we can best learn from are often those of a similar size, but who are a bit ahead of us in the game. So now you know how to identify your customers. Essential number three is to consider, what do you want to know about them? You want to know more about their background and story. What do they offer and what online presence have they got? How do they attract and engage with their customers? And what do those customers say about them? Can you tell what their strengths and gaps are? Let's have a look at these in a bit more detail. There's lots more you can find about a company's background, and much of it is public, either through public registers, social media, or because the business themselves has published content. You can find out more about the business owner and who is involved behind the scenes, their location, the length of time that they've been in business. That might indicate their level of expertise. The legal and VAT status of the business might tell you something about their size and turnover. Do they have their own brand, one that's trademarked? Does it present a vision and values that give you a glimpse at the character of the business? Do they have awards or certifications? Any other signs of success or growth? What could you do to improve the background and face of your business? You also want to look further at what they offer. Is it a product or service or both? And how wide is their range? Do they have a lot to offer, or are they focused on one or two flagship products? What can you learn from this? What's their price range? Are they in the budget or premium range? Is it standard pricing, or do they have other models like subscriptions? Do they run special offers or promotions? This suggests that they might have good margins. Aside from price, what other value and benefit do they offer? And what makes their business and their products different from yours? And are you missing a trick? Researching your competitors online is obviously one of the quickest, easiest and most in-depth approaches. Like us, our competitors need to put as much as possible out there about themselves, so naturally it's there for us to find too. Do they have a website? And if not, why not? If they do have one, what's it like? What is the quality of their content? How easy is it to navigate? What features have they got on there? Are they present anywhere else? On online marketplaces and other platforms? Amazon, Airbnb, Checkatrade, Fresha? Most industries have their own unique platforms that are open to third-party businesses, so search there too. How active are they on those platforms? How consistent with their pricing and brand presence? Is there one platform that seems to be their favourite? Why might that be? And are you using it? Finally, digital marketing is a must for most businesses, and yet most of us struggle to find time to do it justice. How are your competitors doing? Have they optimized their website using search engine optimization? It's easy to tell. Are they on social media? And if so, what sort of content do they post? What level of engagement do they get? Are they sending emails or using paid ads on Google or platforms? Are they in partnership with anybody? If they don't have much in digital marketing, are they simply not that focused on their business, or maybe just too busy? Perhaps they're lacking skills. Either way, you can possibly do better. So now we've looked at the business background, what they offer and how visible they are, also how well they promote themselves. But when it comes to the crunch, how are their products and services deliver, and what do their customers think of them? Look at the ordering, booking and delivery mechanisms they use. Have they got stock available? Have they got capacity for bookings? And what is their customer service like? Are they quick and professional? It's all visible, so check product reviews and service feedback, spot the strengths and weaknesses, and see if it triggers some ideas for you. Now that is a lot of questions we have asked ourselves, so essential 8 is to know where we can find the info we need. We've covered most of the online sources already, but remember that there are other official sites that you can check, such as Companies House, Trademark Register, and you might find other registers as well, such as qualifications, licenses, certifications, etc. Also look out for search tools which can tell you a lot about your customer's website performance and the key search terms that drive customers to their website. We've talked a lot about online, of course, but there are still physical sources to consider. Shops, events, exhibitions, there's networking, industry events. You can see your competitors face to face using any one of these means. And finally, I highly recommend the Scottish Enterprise Research Service as a go-to place for wider research about your industry and potential competitors. Also remember that industry reports and local magazines even might reveal interesting snippets about your competitor groups. So that is a lot of information we have gathered, and you might wonder what to do with it all. Well, essential number 9 is about completing your own competitor analysis grid. You can see an example on the slide here, and this is the perfect way to record details and draw out crucial insights. What you want to do is identify one or more competitors and start thinking about what you want to know about them. Create a competitor analysis grid which places your business and one or more competitors into the columns alongside a separate column for notes or actions. Into the rows you can then write all of the questions and the information that you want to gather. You can see in my example here that I want to find out whether my competitor is offering wholesale and if they're selling internationally. I want to look more closely at their website features such as live chat, newsletter sign-ups, what payment options they offer. Your grid will be based solely on what you want to know about your competitors, but remember to fill out the first column with your own business details so that you can easily compare the results. Also remember to record any notes as well. Trust me, your grid will be like gold dust once you've completed it. Essential number 10 then is to use these insights and ideas. You will find that quick wins appear almost instantly. Maybe you'll spot that your competitor is using a great new tool that you could be using. You'll also see longer term areas for improvement, so make sure that you record all of the actions that you want to take away. And remember, you will more than likely find areas in which your competitor is doing better, but give yourself a pat on the back for the things that you're doing better than your competitor. Who knows, perhaps your competitors have got you on one of their own grids. Repeat this exercise whenever you feel that business is getting a little stale or when a new competitor catches your eye. You don't always need to do a full grid, folks. If you're short of time, then just pick one thing to look at. So that concludes this session about competitor research. You can do as much or as little as you're able to when it comes to research, but it is an exercise that will bring benefits. Now, as a quick starting point then, why not pick one competitor and one fact about them that you'd like to know and see what you can find out.